Welcome to the Weather Gurus podcast for Sunday, June 12th, 2022. We're going to be taking a look today at the current weather conditions in the lower contiguous 48 United States, as well as any weather news that we may encounter. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel, the Weather Guru, for all things weather, weather news, weather in the United States, and other issues that may come up related to climate change. So we're going to start off right now looking at the weather today across the country, looking at the current temperature profile map for the lower 48 United States. Currently, we have a heat wave in the Midwest and the central middle of the country, heartland, America's heartland, as a result of the jet stream buckling in a ridge format in the middle of the country. This will result in extreme temperatures. In Dallas, it's currently going to be forecast to be 105 degrees Fahrenheit. That's not including the heat indices. El Paso at 106 Fahrenheit. Houston at 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And Oklahoma City at 102 Fahrenheit. Now, Kansas City will also be in the upper 90s, 96 degrees Fahrenheit, and Denver even hit 91 degrees Fahrenheit later on today. This heat will continue to affect the American Southwest as well, with Phoenix averaging 113 to 116, and also the Desert Southwest and the Coachella Valley averaging 115 to 118, as well as Death Valley and all of those surrounding areas as appropriate. There will be a bit of a reprieve on the coast of LA at 83 degrees Fahrenheit, as well as 59 degrees Fahrenheit in Seattle with rain and showers. The Pineapple Express continues in the PNW, the Pacific Northwest. Seattle got a month's worth of rain in 1 week last week, and this will continue to impact them as well. Elsewhere in the southeast, the heat wave will continue as the high pressure slides a little bit to the east in the mid-Mississippi Valley there. Temperatures in Memphis will hit 97 degrees Fahrenheit. Atlanta will be at 92 degrees Fahrenheit. And up and down the Carolinas and the Mid-Atlantic, temperatures will be in the 80s and the mid-80s Fahrenheit respectively. The only difference with the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast is that showers will continue to impact them as well, so the clouds will keep temperatures somewhat subdued in Buffalo at 70 degrees Fahrenheit, Pittsburgh 70 degrees Fahrenheit, Washington, D.C. 81 degrees Fahrenheit, New York at 75 degrees Fahrenheit, and Boston at 79 degrees Fahrenheit and partly cloudy. Boston, you may tend to stay on the dry side. It just may be partly cloudy. If you're in the New York, Philadelphia, Trenton, DC, Maryland, Baltimore corridor, you will experience some showers from time to time this afternoon on Sunday, but this will be clearing out and then just return to an overcast day. For those in the upper Midwest, from Minneapolis to Chicago, it's a nice day. Chicago, 68 degrees Fahrenheit and sunny. 81 degrees Fahrenheit, a warm and toasty one in Minneapolis, St. Paul, the Twin Cities. And, of course, everybody else is looking fine and dandy as far as the temperature profile. We will continue to see dangerous storms in the Midwest. For our severe weather, the SPC, the Storm Prediction Center, has outlined a marginal risk from Rapid City, South Dakota, down through the western Nebraska and into South Dakota. Now, yesterday we had baseball sales hail up to 2.75 inches, and we had 2 tornadoes touch down in Nebraska, as well as some other storms touch down in Ohio. We had some reports. According to the Storm Prediction Center, there were over 70 reports of hail and damaging winds. We could see that again in areas. The highest reports hail was in Beatrice, Nebraska. They had a 5-inch hail. We had 2.5 inches of hail in Harcourt, Iowa, and Cordova, Nebraska picked up 1.75 hail inches of hail, or hail size of hail, by the way. So this severe threat will continue into Sunday night and into Monday morning, just in that little zone. So it's the upper Midwest here. If you're elsewhere other than that, you just experience strong straight line winds and maybe some occasional claps of thunder outside of that region. The area extends Monday into the Ohio Valley from Indianapolis along the I-70 corridor. Indianapolis, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, you will experience some showers on Monday. Isolated flooding, hail, and some wind gusts up to 70 miles an hour will be the appropriate prescription for that area in the Monday and Monday night. So be on the lookout for that as you continue your journey in weather throughout the United States. In weather news today, actually, this is going to be more of the space news. NASA's brand new $10 billion telescope was hit by a space rock. And so this was space junk. As you know, there's space junk in space and different things of that nature. It was hit the James Webb Space Telescope, collided with a space rock last month, at the end of last month. And they said that these strikes are unavoidable. These meteoroid strikes or leftover pieces of meteoroid are unavoidable. So It hit one of the 18-plated, gold-plated mirrors that gather light from the depths of the universe and reflect that light toward the instrument that collects the light. They said that they don't know when it's going to be in fully operational. It's not yet fully operational yet. The James Webb Space Telescope, it cost $10 billion. It was launched December 25th, 2021. It's not fully operational, like I said. But this impact with the space rock didn't cause too much damage, but it did cause some damage. And so this is going to be interesting to see how, because it's going to be, it's supposed to be built as a successor to the Hubble Space Telescope, which was launched in April 24th, 1990. And it's going to be, you know, of course, it takes pictures in space and gives us a better view. But we still have the GOES 16 satellite and the GOES 21 satellite that takes weather pictures for us, helps with satellite diagnosis and take weather pictures for us around different sectors of Earth, and takes forecasts of the clouds and different things when we have severe weather and tropical weather as well. So that's the good news. We still have those 2 or 3 satellites that are working continuously to provide us with 3D and 4D pictures of the Earth and marvelous things. So for those of us kids and family members who are on summer vacation, maybe the kids are on school and you think about taking a trip to the beach, be careful. There's record levels of brown seaweed called sargassum that could be harming human health. Okay, so if you're looking at some of the popular beaches here, like Miami Beach or Panama City Beach, Florida, some of the beaches up in Myrtle Beach, Outer Banks, North Carolina. If you're heading to any of those beaches down south, please remember that the sargassum or the seaweed accumulation will be in effect. Brown seaweed is going to hit record levels in this month, June, and in July. The seaweed is not toxic, but it can be harmful to other plants and animals as well as human beings once large amounts accumulate in coastal waters and on beaches. That's according to Dr. Truman Hugh, professor of optical oceanography at the University of South Florida, and its report to AccuWeather. So this sargassum levels, the seaweed levels, is growing, and that's another danger that we have to watch out for. And this has to do a lot with the prevailing winds. And the Gulf Stream currents is bringing in more of these seaweeds. Thank God it's not bringing in more of those Portuguese man of war. For those of you that live out in the Cape Verde Islands and also in the Bermuda and other islands in the Atlantic Ocean, they had a big struggle with man of war, Portuguese man of war jellyfish in the past couple of weeks. And now we have this seaweed. So the seaweed is blowing up on American beaches here. The seaweed is also blowing up, washing ashore in Brazil and along the Gulf of Mexico. Like I said, from Orange Beach, Alabama, all the way over to the Florida coast, there's been this seaweed that's been coming in heavy amounts along the coast. So just something to look out for there too as well. And elsewhere, we have towns covered in ash and volcanic eruption in Philippines. You know, the Philippines has many volcanoes. Mount Bulacan erupted for 17 minutes on Sunday, sending a plume of ash about half a mile up into the atmosphere, covering towns in volcanic dust. And so we not only do we have the oceans rising and the sea levels rising, we also have volcanoes either above ground or underground. Like Hawaii has some volcanoes, undersea volcanoes that are going erupting as we speak. But in this case, there's an above ground volcano on the Mount Bulacan in the Sorsogon province of Philippines. This happened on June 5th, 2022. So a lot is going on here. But bringing it back stateside, we have to be careful. We have to continue to watch because, like I said, the meteorological summer begins. The beginning of summer begins June 21st. The astrological summer begins June 21st. Meteorological summer has already started June 1st, but the summer begins in about another week and a half officially, and we're gonna have heat waves coming in here. It looks like in the long range forecast in the next 2-3 weeks here, heat waves will continue to impact the South, the Midwest, and the Northeast, and even the desert Southwest. So we want to be prepared for that. We want to stay hydrated. If you can't drink 8 glasses of water, then if you drink the flavored water like Propel or Gatorade, something to stay hydrated, because you're going to need it. We're all going to need it if we're working outdoors or indoors as we continue to get ready for summer, because we're going to have these extreme temperatures in the summer and then extreme temperatures in the winter. And then we're going to have bouts where it's going to be kind of calm and stuff like that as part of the weather patterns that we've been experiencing these coming years here. So thank you for joining me once again on this Weather Guru podcast. Please be sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.